There is a new side mission with the Still Dawn DLC that unlocks your very first shelter and 7 new items, all for free. Here's everything you need to know. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. In this one I will go through the new side mission home expansion and everything you can unlock with it, including the utility room shelter and 7 new items to use at any shelter and some even at your camp. After all, it's not very clear what you got when you complete the mission. Anyway, without any further delay, let me show you how to get started with this mission. Okay, to start the home expansion side mission, you should visit any train station in the wasteland and look for the board where the posters are located. You will notice a new one saying your new home shelters. Just click on the poster to get the mission started. It's very simple. It works like previous missions, like the Pioneer Scouts and the Sheep Squatch quest line. For some reason, some of you guys have missed this quest, so here's a little helping hand. Anyway, you can go directly to Vault 51 as well to get the quest as an alternative way, if you know where it is, of course. Then you can go straight to it and get things going. Why Vault 51 though? Well, that's where the new shelter's claim center is located. It's an underground new location at Vault 51's entrance, which by the way is now a marked location. You can now discover and get a fast travel point there. Once you get inside this small vault, the home expansion will start right away, and all you have to do is talk to Mr. Clark, basically. This quest is very easy and quick to do, it takes only a few minutes. There's quite some lore here as well, but I will leave that for you to explore on your own. Tell Mr. Clark you are there for the free shelter and he will tell you all you need to do is register for a shelter owner at a nearby terminal. You know what to do. Choose the second option, Shelter Owner Registration System, and then click on the only option, Register a New Owner, and that's it. Return to Mr. Clark to claim your free shelter and a bunch of free new items that are all part of the mission rewards, of course. From the interface, it's not possible to see the full list, but you can unlock 7 new camp items. Now, before you leave, you can learn more about the Fallout shelters by asking the robot some basic questions. Anyway, let's proceed to the shelter itself. Once you complete the home expansion mission, all these items will be automatically unlocked. There are no plans and you don't need to learn anything, so head to your camp and look for the new shelter tab in building mode. It's located at the very end of the list. Place the utility room entrance anywhere you wish, and that's it. You can now access your shelter and start building. This free vault is quite small, dark and wet, so you probably need to get creative here to make things fit, you know, a little bit like tiny building. It consists of 2 rooms, the entrance and the main room, and that's pretty much it. I know what you're thinking, it's so small, what can I do with this? But don't you worry, the larger ones are coming in its due time. Now, what new items did you unlock exactly with the home expansion mission? There are 7 in total, let me show you one by one to make things easier for you. At first, I had no idea I even had half of them. The reward system can be really tricky by not showing you the full list, that's for sure. First of all, you can now use the vault floor. It's a normal upper floor, not the foundation by the way. It's called Core Vault Floor in the building tab, and as you can see, it's this gray and light yellow entry. It has a very subtle and elegant look. Now, if you want to replace the vault floor, make sure to start from the center. The edges tend to bug out and then you will be wasting resources and end up with a bugged flooring. We don't want that. This is a small trick I discovered on my own. Start from the middle and then let your automatic system do the rest. It might not be 100% straight, but hey, better than a bugged floor. At least I think so. Next we have the vault wall, the tall one. It looks like white metal on the outer layer and the inside has the same pattern as the floor, gray and light yellow, for the perfect match, of course. You are now a true vault tech engineer, you can carry their trademark anywhere you go. Anyway, there's also a short or half vault wall. It's the exact same as the full wall in terms of style, pattern and colors, which is really helpful, especially in vaults with giant rooms, because it helps to divide them better while sticking to the original layout. There's also a vault door, which looks very different from what we had on the public test server. Bethesda totally changed it, and I'm not sure it was for the best. I mean, look at it. This is a really wide door, and it doesn't fit on the normal door frame walls. It only fits on the pre-made door frame from shelters. The vault wall they give us has no variants, at least for the time being. Anyway, you can still attach this door to other objects to make it somewhat realistic, since the Fallout shelters has no placement rules, but you can put it anywhere you want, really, even floating in the middle of the room if that's what you want to do. Let the magic do the work, or something alike. Yeah, it just looks wrong, really out of place. Hopefully we will get a door frame for this door at some point to use it more often. Otherwise, you are limited to use it only when the vault layout comes with a pre-made vault door frame, and that's it. Moving forward, Bethesda added a vault power bank for shelters. Finally, you don't have to build generators inside the shelters anymore. These small power banks will give you 12 energy per item, which is pretty decent. However, you still need to use power conduits to drive the power to the surrounding parts of the room, just like any other power source, really. Otherwise, your lights and electric items won't work, because, well, the power is not reaching them. It's very simple there. There are no vault roofs yet, but Bethesda did add some vault stairs and railings, 2 of each to be exact. There is a normal vault stairs and railings, and then you have a tiny or tin version, as you prefer to call it. Right now, the utility room is the only shelter we have access to, so these stairs don't have a lot of purpose for the time being, but I'm sure they will come in handy when the large vaults get added to the game at a later period. Lastly, we have the vault mat in the floor decor section. It's blue with a Vault-Tec logo in metal. It kinda looks like a tray to me, but nope, it's a mat to welcome your guests. I also thought it might be some sort of spawn point for your shelter, but I don't think it does anything. It's just a plain, boring decor item. Well, these are all the 7 free items you will unlock by completing the home expansion mission. They are all pretty nice, and I'm sure they will help you create some unique shelters. On top of that, they are free and they serve as an introduction to the entire shelter system, so I don't think we have any reason to complain apart from the door issue, but I'm sure they will come up with a solution very soon. Now that you got your new shelter and these new vault items, it's time to start customizing your instance camp. I am thinking about turning my utility room into some sort of photographing area for my outfits, or maybe a Brotherhood of Steel outpost. I have to study that better, but the options are endless here. Moreover, keep in mind the building rules are quite different for shelters. I will go over that in the next point. For now, do let me inform you that most of the free items I've presented to you can also be used on the surface for camp building. The vault walls, floor and stairs are at your entire disposal, as well as the vault mat. The only items that you cannot use are the vault power banks and the vault door for obvious reasons. The first one would turn generators useless. You wouldn't need them anymore at all when you have such a tiny thing that does the same job. And the vault door, well, you can't attach it anywhere on the surface anyway, so it's best to stay disabled for camp building. So overall, you got 5 new items to work with for your camp and 7 for your shelters. I think that's a really nice thing from Bethesda's part. What about the shelter building rules? Oh boy, don't even get me started there. There are lots of them, and as far as I know, they are the exact same as we had on the public test server. So make sure to check my other video here with 20 facts and rules about the Fallout shelters. I'm sure you will learn something new there. There's plenty of things that are different from the camp building system. It's that sort of thing Bethesda won't tell you with your patch notes or anything alike, so I really recommend you to watch it. Anyway, for this video, my top tips for shelter building is to start doing your flooring from the center to avoid the edge bug, because it happens all the time, at least on my end. Also, around half of the building tabs will be disabled for shelters, such as allies, vendors, display cases, resources, food, and even water. I think I am missing one. Also, some items from the green tabs are also disabled for whatever reason, such as certain score items. I don't understand why Bethesda disabled so many items for shelters, but hey, I'm sure they have their reasons. At least for allies, they claimed it would be problematic to integrate them into shelters. You know, code issues, a lot of new bugs, things we really don't want to discover or have in-game. As far for everything else, I am assuming it's about a similar issue or it makes no sense. Building without essential items makes things feel unrealistic to start with. Where's my greenhouse, my sink, my ammo producer, and so on? So with that in mind, don't be surprised that a lot of items won't be available to you to build inside of the shelters. It's not a bug, it's intended. I'm just letting you know how it works. Moving on, if you are unhappy with your shelter, you don't have to delete item by item like you have to do in camp building. You can scrap everything in one single click at the vault's entrance. There is a panel with some options there, one of them being the scrap all the items for a clean and quick start. This tip can be really game-changing when you just want to start fresh and you have hundreds of items inside your shelter already. Lastly, PvP is allowed inside the shelters, unlike some people have been saying. The rules are the same as in the open world. If both players have the pacifist mode disabled and engage into combat, you can fight just like in any other place. I tested here with my ult, I attacked myself, then fought back, and as you can see, I could kill my ult without any issues. These are the most important rules for shelters, but there are many more, so make sure to check my other video with the complete overview. Well, it's a really straightforward mission, isn't it? With lots of free rewards on top of that. It's not looking too bad as an introduction to the Fallout shelters, is it? It's a shame the building restrictions are so severe, but hey, there's hope Bethesda will change that in the near future. At least I am hoping for that. Anyway, don't forget you can use most of these new items for your camp as well, and happy building! I am Marta Branco, thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide was helpful to you in any way possible. If so, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow. Now, thanks to all my patrons and members for their continued support. As usual, you guys are the best. Well, it's time for me to go and work on the next guide. I will see you all very soon in the next video. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!